Okay. All right. All right. All right. Here we go. We are going live. Live and grooving. Grooving on a Sunday afternoon. Hello, 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 everybody. How is everybody out there in live stream land? Happy Easter, happy Easter, happy Easter. So I am here. This is our first official live stream. I know there probably isn't going to be too many people attend today because being Easter, everybody's out having Easter dinner with their families. But I'm still going to live stream anyways and just see how everybody's doing. So happy Easter. And I have the beautiful Mrs. Superflies with me today. She's in the background. Say hello, Mrs. Superflies.
Happy Easter, everybody.
There you go. There you go. So I cleaned up my area today.
That makes me so happy.
The Mrs. Superflies is happy about that. I tidied all my fly tying material and cleaned everything up and organized my hooks and organized my everything. So we're good to go. We are good. We're rocking and rolling. So in honor of Easter, I tied up this little Easter bunny fly for everybody. So this is our cute little Easter bunny fly. Isn't he cute? Yeah. So that's why I tied it today. I'm so proud of it. It's a cute little guy. And yeah. So I don't know if anybody caught my last live stream. It was a little bit of an unofficial live stream. I was just testing out a couple of new logos and stuff like that. And I had a couple of new ideas for the live streams. So going forward, I want to do a couple of things. I want to do a giveaway of a Jody's fly box. I created all these fly boxes. It's got my logo on the back, and I got different ones. So this is the trout one, and if you open up one of my fly boxes, my information is going to be on the back side of the box, and inside the box there are two more little boxes, and each one of those little boxes will then contain flies in them. But as you can see, they're empty right now. And the reason they're empty is because every week when I tie flies with you guys, or every time I go live, whatever flies that I tie will be going into the Jody's fly boxes. And for the first time, when I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be giving away a Jody's fly box. And to get your name into the draw, I have a little logo, which I'll pop up on the screen here. Let's throw up the logo. I think it's this one here. Yes, it is. So when I show this logo up on the screen, Jody's fly box time, and you write, I want one of Jody's fly boxes, you will get the first person who puts their name on the first name I see, who says I want a Jody's fly box after the logo pops up, will get their name in a draw for the Jody's fly box. And the sooner we get to 1,000 people, the sooner I draw that box. So since I need 100,000 people in order to get a play button, I don't think 1,000 is that many. So if you want to get a Jody's fly box, every time you see that logo there in the corner with me that says Jody's fly box time, you just write in the comments, I want one of Jody's fly boxes. And your name will go in the draw. So that's one of the first changes we did. So I'm going to hide that away right now. And I'm going to show you another logo with Grampy. This is Grampy. If you've watched my channel for any amount of time now, or my puppet channels, you will have seen that I do some shout outs for all my fishing buddies with my Grampy puppet. So if you want a shout out from Grampy on my channel, an official shout out video, when you see this logo with Grampy, you just write in there, you be the first to write in there, I want a shout out, and bada boom, bada bing. If you're the first, I will shout you out. Not during the live stream. You'll get a shout out video within the following week. You'll go into a shout out video. So those are the two changes that I did this week, and hopefully I can start shouting out some of you guys. It's a good way to win one. Good reason to follow, so you can win a shout out. They're pretty cool. Everybody who's gotten a shout out from me really enjoys them. So yeah, so hopefully we can keep on to that. And as far as the Jody's Fly Box, I would really love to give out a Jody's Fly Box. So when we reach the first 1,000, I will start by giving out the first Jody's Fly Box. And then as we go, I'll set a number, and when we reach that number of subscribers, then we'll be giving out another Jody's Fly Box. So if you're interested in getting some free flies and following me, that would be super, super, super great. So while we're waiting for people to come on in and start chatting, I'm just going to start tying some flies. I'm just trying to think. You know what? I have this this little popper. Let me take the Easter bunny out of there. I have this little popper, and I'm going to tie a popper because I want to use this up and add it into my poppers. And you know what? One of you guys is going to get this, and it is a really good popper. I have used those colors and tied them, and they really work pretty good. So somebody will be getting the popper. But you know what? So I'm going to tie it as it is, and then I'll tie another one and show you how I tied it, because I'm sure you guys want to know how I tie those poppers. So, and my goal is to show you guys and teach you guys and girls how to make these wonderful flies. So it's no good if I just show you halfway through. It's good if I show you all the way through. So for this one, actually, you know what? I'm going to make the body, and then I'll tie it on, and then I'll show you. So what I like to do is take a piece of craft foam. So the head will be orange, and the midsection will be black. And do I have a piece long enough? I think I had a piece long enough. Nope, I'm going to have to cut a piece, but that's all right. And if you watch my live streams, I have two or three mods. I have Whitney and Bambi and Solo. And there's a secret with Solo. Me and Solo have this little thing. Solo's everywhere. He's in every live stream that I've ever watched, and he's behind the scenes. And even if you don't see him, chances are he's there. So he's like the big brother of mods. Like, he sees everything. So in our friend Paul's live stream the other day, we did this thing where we shouted out his name like 3 times, you know, like Beetlejuice. So we did like Solo, Solo, Solo. And he just popped up in the chat. And we're like, see, we knew you were watching Solo. So pretty much every time I go into anybody's live streams, the first thing I do is check if Solo's there. And I just do that solo. So if you see me doing that in any of your live streams, it's not because I'm crazy. It's because I'm always checking for our good buddy Solo. He's the man. So I did it now. We'll see now if he shows up. So let's make this popper. So to make this popper body, you're going to need, you can upsize this or downsize this any way you want. I'm going to make it, let's see now. That's in inches. I'm not going to do it in inches. I'm going to do it in centimeters. I'm going to make it 1 centimeter, and I'm just eyeballing it here. So if you're at home and you're making foam bodies, you can do the same thing. So we're going to need a 1 centimeter strip, and we're going to need 1 centimeter in orange. So that's how it's going to look. So those are going to be the bodies. What do you think, honey? Looking good?
Very nice.
Very nice. All right, so let's start with the black one. So you're going to need like a bamboo skewer. And what you're going to do, and you're going to need some crazy glue, which I have here. My vise is out of there. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to take down this Grampy shout out. There you go. Take out the Grampy shout out, because until I see anybody in the chat, there won't be any shouting out. So we're going to take our skewer and we're going to roll our foam around the skewer like so. And depending on the size of your popper, like you can make them a little bigger, you can make them a little smaller. Will depend on how many times you wrap it around the skewer. All right. So once you get it wrapped 1 time around the skewer, you can open your crazy glue. Make sure I got that going on there. And you can put some crazy glue on there. And then you just take your fingers and start to roll it. And again, depending how thick, I'm going to make this actual one a little bit thinner. So we'll make it a more of a panfish popper. And the other one I'm going to make, so I'm going to do them both right now. So whoever gets this box is going to get both these poppers. So I'm only going to go once around with this one. That other popper I went like twice around. So this one I'm only going to go once around. So when you get to the distance around you want, you put another bit of crazy glue. Just hold it for a couple of seconds till it dries. Then you're going to take your handy dandy scissors and you're going to cut it flush. Like that. Okay, so that's the bottom part of your popper.
Hey, Cool Cat says hi.
Cool Cat. Hey, Cool Cat. What's going on, brother?
He says hey.
Hey. Cool Cat's in the house. Welcome. Yeah, the beautiful Mrs. Superfly can't type, unfortunately, because she's on her tablet and she doesn't have a YouTube channel. So she can't type in the chat. So that's unfortunate. But she's going to be talking, so she'll read the comments.
I'm a keen novice fly fisherman from Salisbury.
Oh!
Only has like a Britain flag.
Incredible.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Cool.
It's good to have you in, Cool Cat.
Yeah.
Anytime a fellow fly fisherman or fly tyer comes in, I am super, super jazzed.
Yep.
Super jazzed. I'll have to come check out your channel, Cool Cat. I'll have to check you out. So I was just showing everybody, Cool Cat, that I'm going to be making a popper with this foam, this fun foam here, the 1 millimeter fun foam. So I'm just showing everybody how to put together the popper.
In the meantime, did you show him your bunny rabbit fly?
No, I'll put the bunny back on after.
Okay.
Okay, so we wrapped the first foam. Now the next thing we're going to do is wrap the next color foam. So this is going to be the orange.
Great to be here. Thank you and happy Easter. I'm more of a consumer than a maker of videos.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. That's all right. Well, then you know what, Cool Cat, you're always welcome at my lives, and I got a bunch of videos on all kinds of different flies and different things. So you're very very welcome. Okay, so I'm gonna just slide that one piece down the skewer for now, so it's out of my way, and then this way you can be able to see also. So I wrap this 1 millimeter foam around, just like I did the black one, and I make sure that it touches, and then I take my crazy glue and I run a little strip of crazy glue, and then I hold it for a couple of seconds, make sure it sticks together. And then you can, again, if you're going for bigger fish and you want to make a more weightier popper, you absolutely can put more wraps. But for this one, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go one time around and make it the same width as I did this. So this is just one turn. And then I'm going to take my crazy glue, put one more strip, hold it together till it's tight, which it didn't go tight. Why didn't it go tight? It's playing silly buggers on me now. I'm going to redo that. Put another strip of crazy glue. There we go. Now it's gripping. All right. And then once it grips, that's the good thing about crazy glue and foam. It dries super, super quick. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm just going to cut that smooth. And I can put my foam aside. So now I have my top part, my orange and my black. Now I did it so that these don't line up. I try to get it so that they line up, because when you put it on the fly, you want it to be lined up on the bottom, because it's going to be the bottom of your fly here, right? So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take my crazy glue and I'm going to do this up as close to the top of the skewer as I can, just in case. I don't want to get it in there. And I'm going to take some crazy glue and I'm just going to go around the edge, and then I'm going to jam it in there, making sure that it's lined up. And while it's drying, I'll just twist them both together so that they don't get stuck onto the skewer. And then they should be dried. And if they're not quite dry, you can always just add a little dab of glue in there, and they'll stick together. So it's not too complicated. It's pretty easy. Beautiful. All right, so there's our popper body. So that's a thinner one, and then as I was showing before, that's the one I did some more wraps. So if you're catching a robustly big fish, you'd want a bigger popper, like if you're doing like bass or something bigger. And if you're doing a little smaller like panfish, then you'll have this one. And both of these, I'm going to tie them up now on the hooks with the tails, and both of these will go into the Jody's fly box for the draw. So, and if you didn't catch what I said earlier about the draw, this is a Jody's fly box. I make up these little boxes myself, and it's got my little logo on the back. And when you see the when you see the little logo on the corner of the Jody's fly box, the first person to type in "I want a Jody's fly box" is going to get their name in a draw for the Jody's fly box. And I'll be drawing that when I reach 1,000 subscribers. So it could be quite full of flies before it might even be a couple of fly boxes when I get to 1,000 subscribers. So
Nice.
beautiful. So now we need a hook. I'm not sure. I got so many hooks. This is my hook container full of hooks. I need one that fits the right size. I'm just gonna eyeball it here. I think, no, not that one. I need a straight hook. When I make poppers, I don't like to have that little bend in the hook. I like them to be fairly straight. Let's see here. These ones might do it. Let's check out what size they are. Thank you for the like. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps. So I'm going to start with the little popper, I think. I'm going to put it on this hook, and let me tell you what size hook that is. I'll just pull out my hook gauge. We are using a size 4 hook, straight hook. And we'll just put it in our vise, and we'll grab some thread. I like to use this clear mono thread. It's ultra invisible, ultra fine, and I use it for mostly all my flies as the base thread. It's really strong, and it blends in with pretty much any material you use. So I really enjoy using it. The only thing is, it's expensive. It costs around $6, sometimes $7 for one of these spools of thread, and that's the only problem with it. So I try to be careful with it. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some orange. I don't know. Do we want the head? Do we want the head to be black, or do we want the tail to be black?
I think the tail should be black. I don't know what Cool Cat thinks.
What do you think, Cool Cat? You think the head should be black or the tail should be black? I'm gonna do it as the tail black. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually mix.
You're laughing. You said I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know?
No. Okay.
That's the beautiful thing of fly fishing and fly tying.
Yeah.
You can mix it up.
Yeah.
And so you know what? On this one, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, I barely know how to fly fish. Oh, I thought you were like a pro.
No, he said he's a novice. He said he's a novice.
Oh, that's what that means.
You know what, Cool Cat? You won't be a novice for long.
Yeah.
Once you know what? Once you get into it, you'll be a pro before you know it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so good. And like, the thing is, when you start fly fishing, don't start trying to catch the most crazy fish. Like,
No.
try and catch the easiest ones, because that'll help you to get confident, and it'll help you to figure out, the timing of your rod, the timing of your line. Yeah. You get these new guys, and they go out, and the first thing they want to do is land into the most complicated fish. That's trout here in Canada. That everybody wants to go catch the trout, and they're not the easiest fish to catch. They're a pretty smart fish, and they have like a way about them. The best thing is, I don't know what kind of fish there are in the UK. Hey, release the grease.
Yo, what's up, brother?
Hey, man.
Cool Cat said his casting is good, but the knowledge of what to use is very limited.
Okay.
You come to the right place, Cool Cat.
You come to the right place, Cool Cat. We'll help you out. We'll help you out.
Yeah.
You know what? If this week, Cool Cat, I'm gonna check out what fish they have in the UK and what they're fly fishing for there. And I will tie next week. I will tie some flies specifically for you if you show up. That'll be good for you. And I'll give you some tips and pointers because we want you to be successful. Because you know what, it's a lot of fun. Like once you get your rod, once you get your gear, it's so much fun.
Oh, Release said he's just at the lake with his son, but he wanted to stop in to say hi.
Nice.
Oh, that was nice.
Thank you so much, R2G. I'm so glad you stopped by, brother. It's good to have you. You're always welcome here, man. R2G ties some jigs and flies, and he makes a lot of plastics. He's getting into plastic making, and I've been watching him for the last week or so, and he's making some really cool plastics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So, coolio. So I think for this fly, I'm gonna just throw some black on the top and orange on the bottom. And I think it's gonna be super, super fishy. At least our fish here will eat it, that's for sure. And I never throw out little scraps of stuff. I always put it back in my furs or feathers bags or in my foam bags. I like to recycle because fly tying material is getting expensive these days.
Yep.
So we're just adding the black, and then I'm gonna put some sparkle because
I like sparkle.
the Mrs. Superfly likes sparkle, and I'll tell you, our fish here pretty much I'm pretty convinced fish all over the world, a little bit of sparkly will get them.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I think you moved the body a bit forward and some of the hook is showing.
Some of the hook. What do you mean?
Oh, now you took it off. Okay.
No. I took off the
Yep.
because I want to show people how this actually comes on after. I had this on just to make sure the colors are going to be right. Yeah. So once we get that tied in there. All right, so that's going to be good. Now here's some sparkle. I had some orange crystal flash. Where is all my crystal flashes? Oh, they're way over there. That's heavy. And of course, they're on the bottom, which is crazy. So I got all these crystal flashes. A lot of them I got from Temu. Because if we buy them here in Canada, they're like $7 a package. And if we buy them off of Temu, they're like $1 a package or 50 cents even. So sometimes you can get really good savings. And if you're doing a lot of fly tying, it'll save you for sure. And with the price of everything, what's he got? Lots of nice chalk stream brownies and even some man-made reservoirs full of rainbows. Beautiful. So next week, I'll actually, you know what? I can show you stuff rainbows will eat. We got a lot of brownies and rainbows up here in Canada, so I'll tie some cool flies for you. And if you stick around, Cool Cat, we'll try and get your name in the draw, and when I reach that 1,000 subscribers, maybe it'll be you. Maybe you'll win the box full of flies. So I tied in this crystal flash, and then I'm going to measure it right to the end of the feathers and give it a snip, and it'll give it like a little bit of a lateral line effect. And then I'll turn it over and I'll repeat that process. So I'll take my remaining crystal flash. I like to add flash, but I don't like to add so much flash that it looks like a jewelry store, you know? I still want it to be somewhat natural, but I like it that the sun catches it and gives that little bit of a glint for those fish. Because those little fish, they like to see a little flash, but not so much flash that it's like that's not real. All right. So there our tail is in. And now we're going to need a little strip of foam now remaining from our thing, and we're going to put it in here to fill in the center of our popper, and this will allow our popper body to have something to grip onto. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up to the front of our fly with my line, or my thread, sorry, and I'm just going to tie like 2 millimeters of that in right below the eye of the hook.
Duffer's fortnight is rapidly approaching, where the mayfly hatch starts, and I'll need to use mayfly nymphs at every stage.
All right. When I'm done this, we'll tie some real bugs. Some real winners. Okay, so we'll tie 2 millimeters of our foam down. And if you get into tying, they say you only need 3 wraps of thread to tie in any material. And it's basically that is true, but depending on the type of fly, you may put 4 or 5 wraps. It depends what the material is and how tightly you need to tie it in. So, but if you tie 3 wraps, in this case, I tied like 5 wraps, and you can see that's not going to go anywhere. It would rip before it would come undone. And one thing I like to do is every time I tie in a material, I like to take my 2 fingers, put them on the thread, do 2 twists, and this is called a half hitch knot. And I like to put in 1 or 2 half hitch knots. And the reason for this is if at any point my thread should snap, like say it gets ticks onto the point of the hook or whatever, it won't, the thread might snap, but all the stuff that I tied down will stay solid in place. And then you can just attach your line and start over from there. So that's why I like to do that. So now I'm going to bend over my foam, and this is just going to be the core of the body. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some wide wraps along the shank of the hook right to the bend of the hook on the back. And as you come past the point, you just want to be careful that you don't nick your line. If you nick it, it's not the end of the world, but the less you nick it, the better. And again, we'll just put 1 or 2 half hitches in there, and we're good. So now we're going to take our body, and I think we said we're going to put the orange at the front and the black on the back.
We did.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to slide this over our thing. We're just going to slide it pretty much to the back. But you want to make sure that your eye is showing. So you don't want to cover up your eye. If you cover up your eye, that's not good. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to take a dab of crazy glue, put it on our little piece of foam, and we're going to fold it up. And hold it on. And that's just going to lock our thing on, lock our body on. And, drop my crazy glue. And then what I like to do here on the end of the popper is do one wrap around like this, maybe 2 wraps, maybe 3 wraps. We'll just do 3 wraps. And then we can tie it off. Then we can snip off our thread. And that is pretty much locked on there. And then I'll take it out of the vise. And then on the front part, we'll, as you can see, we have that little hole there. I'm just going to take some crazy glue and I'm just going to drive it in there, a couple of drops in there. And that's going to sink in, and that's just going to lock this right onto our core body. And then you pretty much have a working popper right there. But I like to pretty it up and make it look like it's alive. I'm just going to pick up my cap lid that I dropped here. Now I'm out of focus, of course. I'm going to refocus my camera. There we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some Google Eyes and I'm going to put some Google Eyes onto our fly. And I've got these Google Eyes here. And there's two ways you can really do this. One is with the crazy glue. So you could put it on with a dab of crazy glue, or you can use some UV resin. And today I'm going to put some UV resin on there. When I do it with crazy glue, I can go most of a trip with a Google Eye staying on, sometimes 2 days, 2 trips out. But if I put it on with UV resin, it is going to stay on there unless a fly gets ripped up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on the fly. And the good thing about UV resin is it allows you to adjust it around and it stays liquid. Once you've got it in a position you want, you can take your torch and you can hold your eye on. Now the kind of resin that I'm using is a soft gel resin. It takes about 15 seconds to harden. If you use some of the loon resins or other resins, they dry quicker. But this one, it takes about 15 seconds. But some of those other resins are more expensive too. And try not to get resin on your skin. It's not super good for your skin. And don't look into your torch light. Try and look a little bit away from your torch, because if you look directly into the torch light, it can damage your eyes. So you don't want to do that. So as you can see, it's pretty hard on there. So I don't think that's coming off. The foam would rip before the eye came off. So I'm going to turn off my torch. I'm going to flip over the fly. And, I better read the comments.
I read them.
Did you read the Dufferins one?
Yeah, I read it to you.
Oh, well, I got to pay attention.
Okay.
I got to read it again because,
Sure.
You know what? I want to make sure. Duffer's fortnight is rapidly approaching. Oh, yes, with the mayflies and the...
We'll make some after this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. I get yapping with my gums, and I got to make sure I...
Yeah.
That's the whole point of live chatting, is that I get to chat with these guys. That's why I don't really live stream when I fish, is because I could never fish and keep up with the chat. That would just be impossible for me. But fly tying's a bit different. So, but absolutely. Do you got a lot of grasshoppers, Cool Cat, in the UK? Like crickets or grasshoppers, any of those kind of bugs like in the summer?
Yeah, we have grasshoppers.
Wicked. I'm gonna show you some grasshopper patterns too, Cool Cat, because grasshoppers, first off, I'm really super good at tying them. And trout, like brown trout, rainbow trout, they love to eat hoppers. Absolutely, absolutely love them. I catch a lot of fish on those. All right, so those are stuck on there good now. Got to turn off my torch, and I'm gonna wipe the resin off my little bottle. If you get into resins, make sure you get these little black bottles. Um, here on, I had a heck of a time to find them. I had to go to Temu to get them, but when I went to Temu for like $1, I got I think 10 bottles, and they came with a lid, and they came with a little funnel to funnel the UV resin into the bottle. It was a super great deal. I know Temu is a bit of a lottery sometimes, as if you're going to get what you want, but absolutely a good thing. Okay, so that's pretty much our popper. This is a very simple fly. It doesn't take too long. Obviously, when I'm showing you guys, it takes longer, but I could have done that in less than a minute. But when you're demonstrating, obviously takes longer to talk about it and get the angles right and all that. But this is a very, very effective kind of popper. And I catch a lot of fish on this style of popper. And you can do them in all kinds of different colors.
He said 10 bottles for $1 was great.
Yeah.
That's how much it was?
Yeah, it was only a $1 for those, honey.
Wow.
Even the Mrs. Superfly didn't even know what I paid for those. It was an impressive.
Oh, I like
deal.
that one.
Here's one the Mrs. Superfly likes. The cotton candy popper, I call it.
Oh, nice.
It's got a nice little sparkle to it.
Yeah.
Pink eyes, blue body.
Nice.
It's pretty and it works.
Yeah, it works.
So not only does it catch the fish,
Yeah.
but it catches the Mrs. Superflies too. She likes them. So yeah, so that's what you can do. And this fly here is gonna go into the box.
Yeah.
This Jody's fly box. I can't wait now to get the first 1,000 subscribers. A, because it'll be really cool to have 1,000 subscribers. And B, I'll be able to give away a Jody's fly box. So this one is going to go into the Jody's fly box. You think we should start putting people's name in the draw, honey?
Sure.
There you go. The first fly in the Jody's fly box for the draw. So I'm going to put up the logo, and the first person to write, "I want a Jody's fly box," boom.
Gets their name in the box?
They'll get their name in the draw for the box. So just write, "I want a Jody's fly box" right now. And the first one I see, you'll be the first one to get your name in the draw. And the Mrs. Superflies is going to write your name on a piece of paper, and we're going to put it in a container. And when we reach that first 1,000 subscribers, boom, one of you wonderful, wonderful people is going to get a Jody's fly box. Yeah. So we'll just leave that on to the side.
So that fly's done?
So that fly's done.
Now you're going to make nymphs for him?
I'm going to show Cool Cat how to make nymphs now.
Okay.
So I
that
am gonna
fly
put
you just made is good for what?
that fly that I made
Yeah.
here in Canada is
Yeah.
good for bass,
Yes.
largemouth bass,
Yeah.
smallmouth bass,
Yeah.
crappies,
Yeah. Okay.
perch. Perch will come up and eat them.
Basically everything.
Bluegills will eat them. Smallmouth will eat them. Sunfish will eat them. And I'm gonna do this other one and put it in the box, but I'm not gonna do it right now. I'm gonna show Cool Cat some good trout flies.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna show him a hopper, because you know what? Hoppers are always good to have. But I'm gonna keep this aside, and I'm gonna put this bigger one in with that one. So whoever wins this box is going to get it.
Okay.
So, and all they have
What's
to
the
do,
name?
all they have to do is say, "I want a Jody's fly box." A nymph. Let's do a nymph. Let's do a nymph. But I'm just going to show some of the hoppers.
Sure.
So Cool Cat, here's a lot of my hoppers and crickets, and these catch lots of trout, lots and lots and lots of trout. And for me, like again, rock bass, crappies, sunfish, bluegills, we have all those fish here. But for sure, trout will eat them.
This
And
is very cool.
yeah,
I want to do
Ted
a fly box.
LaFontaine
Oh,
is in the house.
That's the guy from Pontypool?
Yeah, that's our buddy. That's our buddy Ted. Yeah.
So he's gonna get a box. Oh,
He's gonna get his name in the draw for a box. All right, Ted's the first guy to get his name in the draw for a box.
Hello, Ted.
Hello, Mr. Ted. Hello. Yes, Ted has bought some of my flies. He's a friend of mine, and he has bought some of my flies, and I have taught him to tie his own flies, and he is on fire now, and he's awesome. And we're just a couple months, like maybe a month or so away from being able to get out together on the water and catch some fish. So I'm looking so forward to that. Yes, I am. All right. So some nymphs. I'm going to tie up a little nymph pattern because nymphs are super, super good to fish. Very, very good pattern. But I need to find a really good nymph hook. And I like to tie them on a straight hook. And when you're tying a nymph, I try not to use silver hooks. I try to use the brown or black hooks. So I'm going to use these hooks right here. They're a little short brown hook. And we're going to tie up a little nymph that's been very successful for me, for trout and for all kinds of different panfish. So we're going to...
Oh, Whitney says hello.
Hey, Whitney in the house. What's up, Whitney? All the best people are showing up tonight. All the best people. Happy Easter to everybody. Everybody is showing up. All right. So we're nymphing it now. We're tying a nymph. So this is going to be good for Cool Cat. All right. So we're going to attach our thread onto our hook right below the eye. And then we're going to put a bead of thread all the way down the hook, right to the bend. If you have any left over, you can just trim it off. But I usually just as I'm wrapping, I kind of know how long the hook is, and I can just bury it in there. So, and I'm just gonna, just to give it a little bit of gripping power, I'm gonna go back up and then back down again because I really want to have that gripping power. All right, so this nymph that I'm going to do it here in Canada. We call them spring wigglers, and basically they are a mayfly nymph pattern that is working its way to the surface.
Whitney says she's good. How are you doing?
I am great, Whitney. I've got the beautiful...
Easter.
Happy Easter. I've got the beautiful Mrs. Superfly with me tonight. She just got back from her dad's house, and she made me a beautiful Easter dinner just in time to get on here for you guys. So yeah, so a spring wiggler is a nymph that trout eat, and it's in the stage that it's starting to swim up to the surface just as it's about to break open and then get its wings. So they have a very, very wiggly like tail. So I'm going to use some of that black marabou that I have.
Hello, Whitney. She said hello to me.
Oh,
I say hi back.
say it louder. Let them hear you, Maria. The beautiful Miss
Hi,
Superfly.
Whitney. Nice to meet you.
There you go.
You need to tell them why I can't chat.
Yeah. Okay. So the beautiful Mrs. Superfly does not have a YouTube channel. And as you guys know, if you don't have a YouTube channel or subscription, then you can't participate. So I am trying to talk her into getting one so that she can start chatting with you guys
But
and
I'm helping you.
and telling secrets about me behind my back.
But at least I'm reading for you.
But she is reading for me, so she can, because she's a guest on YouTube, she is able to read the comments. So that is really good. Okay, so that is the tale of our nymph. And let me see. Where is my
What are you looking for?
I need a little gold wire.
Oh.
So I'm going to get a little piece of gold wire out of my wire box. I have got a million boxes full of all kinds of things. So I'm going to get some of this gold wire, and this is going to be the body ribbing of our nymph. So let me put this away.
Where can you get that?
The body ribbing?
The wire.
You know what? I got it at the dollar store.
Oh, okay.
So if you have like a Dollar Tree or a
Dollar.
Dollarama or a Dollar General or some sort of dollar store where you pay like $1 or more, or a craft store like Michael's, or I don't know what in the UK all the craft stores are, or in the States, but at your local craft store, you should be able to. Sometimes at Walmart you can get this.
Oh.
So if you got a Walmart anywhere in your country, you can get it. So that's going to be the body ribbing. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to get some rubber glove, just a regular latex rubber glove. And we're going to cut a little bit of this. We're going to cut a strip of that. So you're going to have a little piece like this, and then you're going to cut it out, cut it in half, and then you're going to tie this in.
Oh, Whitney says it was, I have to go. It was nice talking to you all. If Bambi comes on, tell her I said hi, please. Yes, we will.
If I see Bambi, I will for sure tell her.
We will. Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much, Whitney. I know
Easter.
I know it's Easter, so I wasn't expecting everybody to drop their plans and hang out with me, even though I am so pretty. But I am super, super happy if people come by and say hello today, because it's just wonderful hanging out with you. You lovely, lovely people, and I do appreciate that you stop in. So for sure, Whitney, we'll catch you on the next one, or wherever. We're going to bounce together this week somewhere, I'm sure. So we'll catch you there. And hopefully if I do see the Bambi, I will for sure tell her that Whitney was in the house. I'm waiting to see if that scoundrel Solo is popping around.
He's probably busy.
I know he's busy too, but let's do an experiment. Solo. See if he shows up. Okay, so back to the fly. So I tied in that little piece of rubber glove, and before I wind that on, I'm going to take our gold wire and I'm going to attach it just below the eye of the hook, and then I'm going to run my thread down there back to the base. And then I'm going to come up probably about 3 millimeters away from the eye, because that's where I'm going to tie in the legs and the eyes of our fly. Oh, the Mrs. Superfly is going to put some lights on. It's getting the sun is going down here now, so the living room's getting a bit dark. So we'll just leave our thread hang there. Now we're going to take our rubber glove, and we're going to start to wrap our rubber glove around the base of our hook. like so. And as you can see, as I wrap, I go a little tight, and then I just tapered it up a little bit so to make that little bit pudginess, right? So it just makes a little pudgy body. And we're going to keep wrapping till we get up to the thread. Like so. And then we're going to just give it a little tug, not too much. And then we're going to just tie it in, and then we can let it go. And we'll do a couple of wraps. When you're tying in a foam or a latex, you want to be a little gentle, because this thread for sure can cut through that. Absolutely. So you want to be a little gentle with that. So the next thing we're going to do is, this is a black nymph, right? So you're like, how's it going to be a black nymph if I put white latex on there? Well, there's a couple of things you can do. I'm going to do it with nail polish, but you can do it with a black marker and then coat it with UV. But I'm going to do it with black nail polish. I'm going to take the black nail polish, and I'm just going to go over all of that latex. Like so. And you just want to make sure pretty much anything that's white at this point is not white anymore. So I'm going to just turn over the vise. I'm going to get the underbelly. And if you hear any hooting and hollering, of course it's Easter, and me and the Mrs. Superfly, we live in an apartment building, so everybody's got company over, so they're hooting and hollering it up. So you may hear some little strange music bits and stuff. So now you see we got our...
said, will this fly float, sink, or something in between?
This one here is, I'm designing it to sink. So it's going to, as you fish it, Cool Cat, it's going to be, I'm going to put a pair of bead chain eyes on the front. So it's going to go down a little bit quick. And as you got it under your float or under your fly line, as you're drifting it through, it's going to have like a wave like this because of the tail. It's going to wiggle like this. And then when you get, as you drift it down through the pool, when you get to the end, you just give it a little bit of a retrieve up. And usually as that fly retrieves up at the end of the pool, that's usually when I catch a lot of trout. That's when the trout will come up and they'll really hit this fly. So it is going to be a bit sinky, but not super sinky. And it depends on the water, right? So the faster the pool or the faster the water, it's gonna go down quite fast and get down there, and then you can work it that way. So now our nail polish should dry. Yes. So it's dry enough now that what we're going to do is we're going to start putting in our body wraps. And this will make our body segments stand out on this nymph. So we're going to probably put them at like one millimeter apart. And we're going to work our way up. To where our thread is. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wraps, 6 wraps, 5 wraps. Yeah. So, and don't worry if you do like 6 wraps or 5 wraps, like the fish are not going to count that. They're no fish is going to go, hey, I'm not going to eat that because it's got an extra body segment. They aren't looking that closely. So now I'm going to take my little snipper pliers. I'm just going to gently slide it up. Try not to get your line snapped in there. And then snip off your body ribbing. And if you have a pair of flat pliers, you can just flatten that down. And this will prevent your thread from nicking if you're tying in the legs and stuff. All right. So it's starting to look pretty buggy. So the next thing I'm going to do is find where I put my eyes. I have a whole container full of them, all different kinds of eyes. Oh. And as you can probably tell, I've been collecting materials for, God, I don't even know how many years. Many, 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 many years. So I'm going to look for a small or medium, these ones. Okay, so I'm going to use a medium bead chain. So I've got some really big bead chain eyes, and I've got some really medium ones, and then I got some tiny ones. But the tiny ones are not going to take your fly down that fast. And the larger ones are going to drop your fly like a stone. So I'm going to use these medium ones because it'll give you the right amount of sink. And these bead chains you can buy in different colors. So I've seen them in black. I've seen them in red. So how we attach, so we're going to attach these and then we're going to go back and put the legs in. And the reason we're going to attach these now is so that we'll know not to crowd the hook with any other materials. So we're going to place it gently on there. And we're going to do some crazy eights. And you do want to put a fair amount of thread onto these eyes because you don't want them to shift around when those trout hit it, or those bluegills or sunnies. You don't want it to shift around. So you want to, and then just take your fingers and wiggle it about, and if it's solid, you're good. Beautiful. All right. So it's looking pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with that. So the next thing we need is some legs. And what I like to use is broom bristles from not any broom, but I've got a million broom bristles. So you got like super thick broom bristles, which I use for body stuff or larger bugs, or eyes, like to put bead eyes on. That's what I use these kind of broom bristles for. And then I've got a medium broom bristle, which is about this thick. And then I've got really, really thin broom bristles, which the thin ones I use for like antennas or little tiny mouthpieces and stuff like that. And they come in all different colors. So you got all different thicknesses. So like this is a medium-sized broom bristle in yellow. I've got some thin ones in red, which again for antennas. I got some medium ones in green, which I use for like different grasshoppers and stuff. Yeah, there's all different kinds. Thin green ones for antennas. But for this fly, we're going to use the medium black ones. And I am going to need 2 of those. So I'm going to separate them out. So as you can see, they're pretty thin, these ones. But they're like a medium thin. And the good thing about these broom bristles, especially the medium thin ones, is they shape really well to make the leg the shape of a leg. They'll bend when the fish eats it, so it doesn't interfere with the hook set. And they can be easily bent back into shape, but yet they hold their shape really, really well, so that you can just put them back in shape and fish them again. So what we're going to do is we're going to hold it up to our fly, and we're going to judge. I usually eyeball this. I couldn't even begin to tell you how many millimeters to do it. I can probably tell you. If you do them about 3 centimeters, that'll do it for you. So if you take one of these broom bristles and you cut it to about 3 centimeters, that will be the length you want. And then on the end piece, we'll just look for the one that has the least amount of Because at the end of your broom, you know how you got those little fidgety bits? So you don't want those fidgety bits. So this is actually almost about that size. It's a little longer. I'll just trim it off. These are still going to be a little long, but you have to make them a little longer because it is going to be a little fidgety when you tie them onto your hook.
You just said I see.
I see. I got to take my pills, eh?
Yeah.
All time for drugs. So I'm going to put my millimeter about a millimeter and a half below the eyes, those bead chain eyes. I'm going to I'm going to hold my leg there and tie it on like so. And you want to make sure it's kind of level on each side. So you just want to check to make sure. And then you can do a couple of good wraps because you want it to be really, really in there. And for any time that I tie in any kind of legs, I take some crazy glue. I lift my bobbin out of the way because if you get glue in your bobbin, that's the worst thing you can do. I lift my bobbin out of the way and I dab a drop of glue. And I'm going to dab a drop onto the eyes here. And that's going to lock it all in nice and secure. And it's not going to shift around on you. So I'm just going to push them forward a bit. And I'll do that under the barbell eyes. And then I'll take the next broom bristle section. And I'll go about a millimeter up from that. And I'll tie that one in. And I'll just do the same thing. Couple overhand like that. Couple overhand like that. Make sure it's really solid in there. And normally, like, if I did a step like this, I would do a half hitch and tie it off to make sure it doesn't unravel on me. But because I'm adding a dab of crazy glue on each one, that's not a problem because it'll be so solidly in there you aren't going to be able to move it. So then I will take those two legs and push them forward as well. And I'll go up 1 more millimeter and I will tie in the last piece. Make sure it's even on both sides. Beautiful. All righty. So those are in there, and then again, move my bobbin out of the way. And I have dropped crazy glue in the bobbin, and it is this thread is like between $6 and $7 here in Canada. It is expensive stuff.
Paul Outdoors TV. Hey Jody, I'm looking about.
Hey, Paul's in the house.
He's looking about, but he's gonna run. But he called to say hi.
Paul, thank you for the love, brother. Thank you for the love. Paul is awesome. If you ever want a good laugh, anybody, you go check out my brother Paul. His channel is super cool, and only the coolest people hang out there, and we have a blast. He is so funny. He is so funny.
He said no problem.
Paul, love you, man. Nothing but love, Paul. And I hope you're having a happy Easter, buddy. Oh, you earned that shout out, buddy. You earned that shout out. You earned it. I'm waiting for our ninja solo to show up. I tried the Beetlejuice, but he didn't show up. Solo. Beautiful. I didn't think anybody's going to show up today, to be really honest. I thought everybody, it's Easter weekend. I thought everybody's going to be, doing stuff with family and rocking around. And so I didn't think anybody's going to show up. So I thank you all so much. I have,
Hello, Jody.
See? Yeah, see?
On the road from my mom's house. Can't chat, but I'm watching and listening.
There you go. See? The Solo is everywhere. He knows. Solo knows. He's a ninja. He's everywhere. Happy Easter, Solo. Jesus has risen. He has risen. Solo's the man. Solo's the man. I tell you, man, he's scary. Solo's a little scary because he like you talk about him, he's there. So you better say nice things about Solo because if you don't say nice things about Solo, he's gonna get you. Yeah, Paul showed up, Solo showed up, Whitney showed up, Cool Cats is here.
And the poetry release?
R2G is here.
Yes, R2G.
Wow, everybody's here. It's awesome. Everybody's awesome. I'm so impressed. So I'm losing my mind now. So back to the legs here. So we got our third pair of legs on now.
Okay.
All right. So it's starting to look really, really buggy. And now we want to put a little bit of a backing on there because these little nymphs have like a little shell here. It's where the wing case will come out on the mayfly. So that when they hatch, it's actually containing the thing. So as this little nymph is swimming to the top of the water, like it's wiggling. That's why we call them spring wigglers. As it's wiggling up to the top of the water, its little wings are about to hatch out. So when it reaches the top of the water, it's going to hatch into a mayfly while it's floating up there. So we're going to look for a piece of oh, and because they're floating up to the water, they actually get a little bit of air pocket in there. So that looks like a little piece of metallic-y color when they're actually ready to go up to the top. So the piece I'm looking for here.
Coolcat says spring wigglers, thumbs up.
Spring wigglers. That's them, Cool Cat. Spring wigglers. So I'm going to use this piece of, this is a part of Christmas or Easter, like the Easter basket material you get that you put in jam into an Easter basket. You can buy that at your local party store or dollar store. So I'm just going to use a piece of that. And basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my thread and I'm going to wrap it up through those legs up to just below the eyes. And I'm going to pinch it down and tie it down right there below the eyes. And then wrap back. I'm so happy. I have friends now, Maria. I have friends. I have friends. They love me. They really love me. They're so cool. I'm 48 years old and I finally have friends. Where were you, YouTube, when I was a young man? Okay, so I'm going to leave that hanging out there. And what I'm going to do is grab... Now I'm going to make a mess. I spent all afternoon cleaning up this place, and now I'm going to make a mess again. Shame on me. Shame. I'm going to grab some wool dubbing in orange, and I'm just going to grab a little tiny pinch of this. And here in Ontario, Canada, all of our trout and all of our little fishies, whenever you can get a little speckle of orange or red in a fly, they go nuts. But I just want to thin, this is what I'm doing here. It's called finger dubbing. I'm not waxing my thread or anything. I'm just putting a little bit thin amount of this wool dubbing. And I just blend this up blend it up in a blender.
Paul says you have a forever friend in me, Jody.
Oh, Paul. Paul.
You're getting mushy.
You know what? Oh, when the saints go marching in. Oh, when those saints go marching in. Me and Paul and Solo and Whitney and Bambi and everybody else, we all gonna be in that number. Oh, when the saints go marching in. All right. Don't tell Oh, he's here. Sorry. I was going to say, don't tell Solo I was singing, but
He's listening.
he's listening, so he knows. Solo knows. Sorry, Solo. Singing it up. Me and Paul going to sell concert tickets together.
Oh yeah, we're all singing now, says Paul.
Oh, yeah. Got Paul singing. It's going. It's on like Donkey Kong now. Yes. Yes. Okay. So now I put this, I finger dubbed this little bit of orange in there, and that little hot spot is going to just drive those trout crazy. So what I'm going to do to finish it off now, I'm going to just pull over that little orange or that little metallic-y ribbon. I'm just going to tie it off. And sometimes I'll just gently work my thread back through to the other side of these legs. Try not to mess that ribbon up. And then I'll just flop it over again and pull it down like that. And it just gives it that extra little sparkle. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to trim off that little piece of ribbon now, like so. And I'm going to do a couple of good half hitches. Man, I'm feeling blessed today. Is anybody else feeling blessed?
You should feel blessed every day.
I feel blessed every day, but I feel especially blessed today. Sometimes you just feel blessed. Okay, so I did 3 or 4 half hitches. And what I'm going to do is just trim off my thread because I don't need that anymore. All right. So now it's starting to look really nice and buggy. And
oh, Cool Cat 2 said you got a friend to friend him.
Cool Cat.
He says me too.
Oh man, I got forever friends here. We are rocking and rolling. I love you, Cool Cat. This is awesome. And these nymphs, we're gonna get Cool Cat tie-in nymphs.
Yeah.
Once I warn you, Cool Cat, if you start tying nymphs and bugs and stuff, it's addictive. So before you know it, your wife wants a divorce because you got materials all over the place. She didn't like that. I upset the Mrs. Superfly.
No, not at all.
All right, so we're gonna take our 3 little broom bristles on either side, and we're just gonna kind of bunch them together. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll try and do it on an angle. All right. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a pair of hemostats, and we're gonna go probably 2 or 3 millimeters out from the side, and we're gonna bend our hemostats to a 90-degree angle, and that'll bend our legs. And then we're going to just adjust our hemostats like a millimeter or a half, and then we're going to do another 90-degree angle. And that's going to form our legs. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So we're eyeballing it now. Make sure they're even. And then we're going to move it down maybe a millimeter, and then we're going to do that. And then what we're going to do is take our scissors. I'm going to take my plastic scissors because these broom bristles, even though they're very thin, they're still plastic. So I have a designated plastic scissors for whenever I'm cutting plastics. And what we're going to do is this little end of the foot, from the knee, we're just going to cut these maybe a millimeter away. And then we're going to cut the other side a millimeter away. And then what we can do is just spread these little legs out like this. And now you can see you got a very buggy bug. And if you just want to give it a little more shape, you can take your flat pliers and you can put the whole leg in there. Give it a good little squeeze. And what it'll do is just flatten that broom bristle out, and it'll just give it more of a appearance of a leg. And these little legs, these little broom bristle legs, are very, very firm, but very, very like a fish bites that, boom, they're just going to bend. But as you can see, they hold their shape, right? And that's why I love broom bristles because they look realistic and they get the job done. You can catch fish, and they're very, very good. So I like to put the front ones out, shape them so that they're, and you can bend them, right? You can just bend them with your finger to give them, because you want the knee to like point up towards the body a little bit. See, like that, and then it'll look very, 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 very delicious. And if you have black bead chain eyes, uh, then I would use black bead chain eyes. If you don't have black bead chain eyes, you can paint them black, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Let me just put that away. So for this, I'm going to take some black nail polish. Now, if you're fishing for fish like sunfish, bluegills, and things like that, I would leave the eyes silver because that little silver on the eyes is actually going to catch more panfish. But because we're fishing for, I'm making this for Cool Cat here, my brother Cool Cat. So because we're fishing this for trout are a little bit sensitive to the shine sometimes. So I just want to cover that in with, I'll cover over those with some black nail polish. And
Can I go on your tablet?
you can go on our tablet or you can watch on the TV, honey.
Oh, I'll see the chat.
Yeah, you should be able to see the chat. So I'll turn it over, make sure I get the underbottom of those eyes, just to make sure nothing else sparkles. And then that little piece of thread in the middle, I'll get that. And this is a very, 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 very buggy nymph, mayfly nymph, and it will catch you fish. I assure. And then one last thing I'm going to do is going to take some clear nail polish, but you could use like if you don't use clear nail polish, you could use UV resin. But I'm just going to do it with clear nail polish. I'm just going to touch that little piece of ribbon with the clear nail polish. And that's just going to bring out that shine and lock it into spot. And that's it. That is the spring wiggler. It is a spectacular trout fly. It's a spectacular panfish fly in general. I have caught hundreds of fish on this. I have many of them in my box. I'll show you in one sec, honey.
Sorry.
So that is it. Is it a little blurry? I hope it's not too blurry on the screen. So if you start tying those, oops, I dropped it on the floor now. Popped out of my hemostats. If you start tying these little guys, I guarantee you'll have a good time with these. And what I'm going to do is throw it in the box, in the Jody's fly box, and one of you lovely, lovely friends of mine are going to get a chance to win this. There you go, fly number 2 in the Jody's fly box. We're going to fill this up. We're going to fill this up, boys and girls. And I'm going to show the logo. And when I show the logo, the first person to write "I want a Jody's fly box" is going to get their name in the draw. And boom.
Do I go to search?
Give me 1 second, friends. So just go under my name.
What, Jody Sharp?
Yeah, go under my name because you're watching my live stream, honey.
Oh.
But you don't have to do that. You can just
Well, where do I go?
just back out of there.
And what?
Oh, Cool Cats wants a Cool Cats is now in the draw for a Jody's fly box. Just go to the beginning of where Superflies is.
What I'm doing.
Here, give it to me.
You've got too
Give
many
it to
things
me.
going on.
Give it to me. It should be in here somewhere. I'm trying to get the Mrs. Superfly to be able to see me on the TV. Shoot.
It's okay. I'll take your name. It's alright.
I should be in there somewhere. Library, playlists. Sorry, folks. Maybe it's under my videos. Nope. Give me a minute, honey. I'll figure it out.
It's okay.
Anyways, Cool Cat, the Mrs. Superfly has written your name into the draw. Yes. I hope everybody gets their name in the draw.
You have to take it.
We'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll draw more than one box. I have to take drugs now, guys. As we age in life, sometimes we have to take drugs. Wow. I hate those pills. I'm a diabetic, folks. I gotta take some metformin. Ugh, I don't like it. All right. Hey, did I show everybody the Easter bunny fly?
No.
I tied this guy earlier, just before the live stream. Being that it's Easter, I'm like, tie the Easter bunny fly. Beep.
Can I just go get your tablet?
Yeah, no, it might. I don't know if it's charged or not. We'll have to see. Okay.
If it's charged, can I use it?
Yeah, if it's charged, you can use it. Okay, let's see. So was that helpful, Cool Cat?
I'm not sure, but if the message said he had to go.
Who said he had to go?
Cool Cat. I'm not sure.
Yeah, Cool Cat has to go.
Okay, that's what I thought.
That's all right, Cool
Well,
Cat.
at least he saw you make it.
Yeah. So that's one for Cool Cat. That's one for Cool Cat. And if you got to go Cool Cat, I completely understand. Hey, by the way, aren't you a little bit ahead of us in the UK? We're at 8:29, almost 8:30 here. What time is it there? You're a couple hours ahead of us. Oh, you're not going anywhere? Oh, Cool Cat's giving me the stink eye now. Hey, I wasn't kicking you out, Cool Cat. I was not. Who did I say? I'd have a go. Oh, I'd have a go right now if I could. I guess I should put my glasses on, eh? Absolutely. The weather has been so not good for fishing here in Canada yet. The second it is, I'm going to have a go-to myself. I have not fished yet this year, and I'm losing my mind. I'm losing what little mind I have left. Let's see. Who want? You guys want to see an easy thing or a hard thing? I can do both. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do another good one. This is a good one. I know in the UK you have carp, right? This is a carp killer right here. It's a panfish killer too, but this is called a carp fly, a carp worm. And this carp worm, it was charged? No. Oh.
It's okay. I'll put this
These are an incredible fly. And are you still here, Ted? Ted will contest to this. I've given Ted some of these, and me and Ted, we catch a lot of fish on these here in Canada, and there's some carp guys that I got this idea from the States. I can't tell you the exact name because I don't remember, but I've been tying these ever since, and I'm going to tell you, this is one of the hottest flies you can have. I never caught a trout on it yet because I've never fished for trout with it yet. Because every time I go to fish for trout, I'm always using like a mouse fly or something. I've yet to try it for trout, but I'm almost 100% convinced this fly will catch trout. So I'm going to show you guys to tie this. This is simple. This is as when does the season open? The season for trout, Ted, is April 21st, I think, the third weekend in April. So the Saturday morning of the third weekend in April, trout opens here. But you can fish for trout. You can fish for trout, Ted, from the mouth. So from the CNR tracks down to the lake mouth for trout. So you technically can fish. And as far as the lake, my dad told me as of 2 days ago there was still ice on Scugog. So I have not been out pan fishing yet. Normally I am by this time of year, but this year has been a bit of a crapshoot. But with all that rain we had for the last 2 days, maybe the ice is gone. I would be happy about that. And if the ice is gone, then the crappies are in. If the crappies are in, I'm going crappie fishing. I'm taking the Mrs. Superfly and we're going to the lake. I'm going to get her a coffee and we're going to walk around and catch some crappies. So that's the plan the second the ice goes off. And if the rain will stop long enough to get the creeks to stop being chocolate milk, I will be trout fishing. So maybe tomorrow. But right now, every day that I've planned to go out, I wake up in the morning, it's been raining and the water's high in chocolate milk, and that's not going to be conducive to catching any trout. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Have you been to Omimi, Ted? Like, is there still ice on the lake up there? Let me know. Anyways, let's tie one of these. These are great. I know I've taught Ted to tie these, but I'm going to teach anybody else how many? We got a few watching. Cool Cat. Yep, we have common, crucian, and mirror. Beautiful. This is the fly you want. This is the fly you want. This is a good one. So I'm going to tie these, one of those, and show you. They are great. As a point of reference, they're about the size of a quarter, a Canadian quarter. So bit of a reference point for you guys. And I want to say any color is good, but the best colors are for panfish are oranges and reds. Carp can be a little tricky. So I don't know if I'd go with a fluorescent orange for carp. I would probably stick to like a red or a white or a very neutral color, like a wormy color. Because if you go a little bit too orange for carp, carp can be a bit sensitive to that. At least here in our neck of the woods. So I'm going to do one in red because the guy that I watched in the States who showed me this fly originally did it on red, and he caught like 100 carp in one video. So red it is, because you know what? Here on Super Flies for Super Guys, I want you guys to catch fish. I don't want to show you stuff that doesn't catch fish. I want you guys to catch fish. So for this one, I tie those on around like an egg hook. And because we're going to do carp, I'm going to go a little bit on the bigger end. And it is also my mission this year to catch some carp. So it's good that I'm tying this. But it doesn't matter because it's going in the Jody fly box. So it could be Cool Cat winning it. It could be, who else do we got? It could be Ted winning it.
Yeah, just the two of them.
Just the two of them right now. I still got my logo up. It's covering my vise. I got to take the logo off.
It wasn't covering your vise before.
Well, it was now. You know what we're going to do, though? A shout out. Let's do a shout out. So another thing that I started today is this Grampy shout outs. So if you haven't been shouted out by Grampy and you want to be shouted out by Grampy, just type, I want to be shouted out by Grampy. And the first person to write their name will get shouted out by Grampy by the end of this week. I will have Grampy shout you out. We're all interactive here now. We're getting all super interactive. I never ever really live streamed before like a week, 2 weeks ago. So I'm kind of new to it. But with all the live streams I've been watching, I've been getting super interactive with all my friends here. And it helps. You guys all show up and support me, and we all support each other. And it is super, super fun. So what I did there, I didn't even show you. I'll show you on the other end. I took out my handy lighter, and I'm going to burn the tip of this. I'll do it close so you can see. I'm going to burn the tip of this wool just till it goes a little black, and then I'm going to take my two fingers and rub it. And if it doesn't seal up, then you can just touch it with the torch again and until it's got a nice little black point on it. And that's going to stop your wool from unraveling on you. So it'll stay nice and wiggly. And then we're going to go probably, in this case, twice the length of the hook. And we're going to put our little wool on there. And then we're going to do 2 wraps just below the eye. And that's just going to hold it on there. And then we can snip that off flush at the eye because it is really hard to tie around that. So we don't want to have that happen. So now we're going to wrap down to the bend of the hook. And then we're going to tie it in there pretty tight. I mean, it doesn't matter because that carp is not going to bite that. It's going to bite the hook, so it's not going to yank that out. But I like it to be solid. When you're pan fishing, however, the panfish will sometimes grab the tail and not the hook, and they'll just start running with the tail, and then you go to set the hook, and they're not on there. So when I do these for panfish, I just shorten the tail a little bit, and I put them on a bit smaller hook so that they swallow that whole thing. So we got that part on. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to get some bead eyes. I love my bead chain eyes. They've got, the good thing about bead chain eyes is on mostly any kind of fly, they give it a nice little flutter. And I don't know, something about that flutter really gets most fish. So I'm going to use the big ones because, again, we're going for carp. So we want this to, like, when you're fishing for carp with a fly, especially wet flies, you want to pass just a little bit past the carp and have it drop like maybe a foot or less beside him. And then you're going to pull it and he's going to see that and he's going to nail that fly. So you want this fly to go down fairly quick. And we're going to tie those bead eyes. I put them too close to the eye. You don't want it to cover the eye. And we're going to put it on the top side of the fly. And basically this fly is going to flip over in the water so that the hook, so when it's fished, it's going to ride hook up like this. So when that carp sucks that in, he's going to come over, bloop, bloop, bloop. It sucks it in, he's going to get hooked. And they pretty much take it. If you get that in front of a carp that's searching for food, he's going to pretty much take that. So we're going to do some crazy eights. Bada boom, bada bing. All right, so that's in there. Pretty good. All right, so this is a really fast fly. It's a good fly to have. It's really easy to tie, easy to put a bunch of them in your box. I have to get my black dubbin out of my box of dubbins. You could use a brown dubbin at this point. It doesn't have to be black. You can mix the colors up a little bit, but you want a dark color to be your base there. So many dubbins. Ugh. Man, oh man. Ugh. The good thing about wool dubbin is you can make any color. You can blend colors together so nice. You can make different shades of browns and blacks and peaches and reds, and I love it. But I'm just going to use a little bit of black here. And here is the, are you okay? Hang on, Paul. What did Paul say here? Hey, Jody, this is just a suggestion. Have you thought about doing vertical live stream? This will help you get found easier than the horizontal live stream. I tested this out and got 5 times the viewers.
Do you know what the differences are?
Paul, I have no idea, brother, I don't even know how to do that.
Okay.
And the thing is, I'm using a webcam, right? I'm not using a phone. So I don't know how to set that even up. Maybe we can talk about that sometime. For today, I'm just not going to worry about it. But I'll give that a thought, and I'll Google it and see if Google will tell me or something.
Survival Empire. Hello, everyone.
Hey, Survival Empire. Welcome in. Good to have you. Good to have you in. Let me get rid of the Grampy shout out. Did anybody even respond to that?
Yeah. Oh no, nobody did.
Nobody wanted to shout out? Oh, I shouted all these guys out. That's why.
Oh, okay.
They're all like, I've been shouted out. All the cool cats have been shouted out. I'm going to take it off for now.
Okay.
Boop, boop, boop. Maybe we'll put them back on later. But yeah, I'll consider that. The other thing, I don't know if it matters, Paul, but because I'm using OBS to use all my logos and stuff, I don't even know if I can go vertical. You show up in the shorts. Okay, you are on a webcam. Yes, the phone would be easier. Yeah, that's the thing, Paul. The webcam doesn't really allow me for that. But it don't matter. All you cool people find me anyways. My friends are all here tonight. I get found. That's because you guys are awesome. So anyways, back to this carp worm. This technique I'm going to show you here is called dirty dubbing. And we call it that because literally that's what it is. So normally you make either a dubbing noodle or a dubbing loop, and you twist it on, or you put it into your dubbing noodle and you twist it in. But this is literally just putting it on top. You just put it on top and you just tie it around in like that. And it's messy, but it's all straggly, and it's called dirty dubbing, and it still ties tight. But what I'm going to do, so I'm going to flip over my fly and I'm going to put a pinch on the underside as well. And then I'm going to go through it with a couple of spins. All right. And then I'll flip it back over. And that is tied in there, believe it or not, fairly solid. Now, some of that is going to come out because I'm going to take my little barbecue brush here. I'm going to move my camera over so it's centered again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to rough this up, this dirty dub. And anything that's not tied in there is going to come out. And if you notice, I didn't trim off my thread because as I'm roughing it out, if I need to go back and tie anything else in there, then I can tie it back in. And what I like to do is after I rough it up a bit on the sides, and then I'll turn it on to the bottom and rough it up from the bottom a bit. All right. And then I'll just brush it back towards the tail of the fly and give it a little bit of shape. And then I can tie it off. And that, my friends, my good dear friends, is the carp worm. And I swear it is such a good fly. It is very fish catchy. Good for carp, good for panfish. There it is. The carp worm. And because we made it for carp, because I really made this for Cool Cat, because me and Cool Cat, we're going to catch some carp. They got some carp in the UK. We got carp here. And anybody else. I know in the States you guys got carp. So all my friends here have carp where they are. I'm going to do the eyes black with a bit of black nail polish. I'm going to do it on the top, and then I'm going to flip it over and do it black on the bottom. And this is a very good fly. Very, very good. So whoever gets the Jody's Fly Box, you're going to get to enjoy this beautiful carp worm in the Jody's Fly Box. And Paul's trying to get me some more subscribers. Give me the advice, my brother Paul. Yeah. To get the Jody's Fly Box, we got to get to 1,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Then we're going to give away the Jody's Fly Box.
Okay.
We're going to do the draw for that. So everybody wants to get their name in the draw for that.
Okay.
So far, we got Ted and Cool Cat in that draw. Solo! My brother Solo! I'm trying not to scare Solo away, but I'm singing now. My brother Solo! I feel like singing. I'm singing my brother Solo. All right. And that's it, guys. That's the carpy worm. We're going to get this box filled up tonight. I love this black nail polish. It dries like super quick. Some nail polishes don't dry that quick, but this black nail polish, super quick. Oh, and here's a good thing. If you fish this popper, you can also fish it underneath it. You can fish either one of these two flies as like a hopper dropper. So they'll work as a hopper dropper. So you can use like a nymph or a carp worm. My brother Paul is laughing at me with the tears. Honestly, Paul, I never had such a good time on a live stream as yours. Honestly, if you haven't hung out with Paul, you got to hang out with Paul. Paul will crack you up. Me and Paul, and Solo talking about rubber hooks. I will never forget the rubber hooks as long as I live. So there we go, guys. We're filling up the box. Somebody gonna win some Jody flies? Some super Jody flies. I'm gonna show you like Paul's like, sing it. I'm singing it. This fly here, this is a little fly. This is a little micro fly. It is tiny, tiny. So like the body's the size of a quarter. And it's just like a quarter and a half long. It's a little tiny.
I like when you make those.
The Mrs. Superfly loves this fly. It is a tiny little fly. This fly catches me so many fish. I'll go out and catch 300 fish in an afternoon easily. Ted, you fished with these. I know
Yeah.
you have. I've given Ted some of these.
Yeah.
I was fishing one day with Ted, and Ted's like, "What are you using, brother?" And I'm like, "I can't tell you. It's a secret." He's like, "No, what are you using?" I give it to him. He almost outfished me. I'm like, "Why'd I give it to him?" but yeah, this fly is a good fly. It's like a crease. They call it a crease fly because basically you just tie on this tail and then you fold it over, and then you could just paint it with a little bit of marker and nail polish. This is a great fly. I'm liking it. And you guys always asking me about the mouse. I'm always telling you guys about mice, especially you guys catching trout and stuff. Here's the legendary mouse. This fly is a legend. I catch trout with this cool cat here in Canada. I run this through a trout stream, and brown trout and rainbows are eating this fly up. They love this fly so much. I like it too. Look at it from the bottom. Look at it from the bottom. It is such a cool little mouse. I found at our local dollar store. Where do I have it? Ugh. Oh, throwing stuff on the floor. I found this material at the dollar store, and when I saw it, I was like, "Dang, that looks like a mouse." I'm like, that is a mouse belly for sure. And it from underneath, that's what the fish sees, and they can't resist it. This is mice eat this, bass eat this, all those fish eat this. This is all you run that through a bass pond, bass is going to eat that. I caught pike on there, little pikes, muskies. This is a fly, and you can upsize it, so you can make it bigger. Like you can make it into like a rat, like a jointed rat. Ouch! And yep, you can hook it on your finger. It doesn't feel nice. I always put a little stinger hook on the back, and if I don't catch them on the main hook, they'll always take the little back hook.
Paul said he's scared of mice.
Paul's scared of June bugs too.
Oh. He also said the rubber hook thing all started when I was fishing and I kept losing fish.
Hey, I was there,
He's just
Paul.
telling everybody.
Paul, I was there when you were losing fish. He caught 7, then he lost 7 in a row. And Solo pipes in, "Paul, stop using rubber hooks. I almost peed my pants." rubber hooks, man. All week since Solo said that, every live stream I've at when anybody's fishing live, I throw in there that rubber hooks. I'm sorry to steal your line, Solo. I'm happy to give you the credit, but man, that's some funny stuff. Stop using them rubber hooks. Rubber hooks indeed. The metal hooks are the ones that'll catch you the fish, guys. The metal hooks. You've got to use metal hooks. All right. What time is it?
5 to 9.
It is 5 to 9 on Easter Sunday. He is risen. I am very blessed.
Is there one I haven't seen that you made? Yeah, I like when you make those.
What else can I show them? I want to show them some. I tied some ones. Here's my Ted's gonna like these.
Yeah.
I don't think I've showed these to Ted, but he's gonna like these for sure.
Yeah.
So it again for in our area we have a lot of bass and panfish. Check this out, Ted. I tied these little micro popper changers. Uh, I've tied them bigger too, but these are tiny. Like these are tiny, tiny little popper changers. I've made them like twice or three times the size of this. This is such going to be a good. Like the big ones catch all fish, but now this little one, this is just going to catch panfish like crazy. I can't wait till the spring, like till the ice goes off the lake.
Yeah,
this
for
is gonna
sure.
this is gonna catch me some
Yep.
fish. I don't know about you guys, Paul. I don't know if there's any fish in your area going to eat that, but this I don't know. Like just I know saltwater guys catch fish on flies. I don't know if that would catch any saltwater fish or anywhere you are, Paul. But it this is a good one. I'm gonna tie some of these and put them in the box. And no matter where you're from in the world, you try that out and you let me know how that goes. I'm sure there's something in your local waters will eat that.
Absolutely.
But anyways, they come in. I did them in varieties of color. Like you can do them in
nice.
you can do them in so many colors. Check out all this. Check out all those colors. Oh, my magnet. I'm magnet fishing here.
Which you've done.
Which I've done. I actually do magnet fish once in a while when it's too cold to fish. So those are all the hot colors.
Also,
See-
looks good.
See those the red and white? Caught lots of fish on those red and white colors. And the yellow, the red and yellow, tons of fish on those. Tons of fish. So
Paul's got both saltwater and freshwater near him.
Paul's got both.
Yeah.
Well,
Your
Paul
flies would work.
Paul's gonna get his name here. Look, I'm gonna put up my logo. Paul's gonna write, I want one of those fly boxes right now. All right, Paul, right now. Paul, you're gonna write, I want one of the Jody's fly boxes, and we're gonna put your name in the draw. Bambi's in the house.
Driving home from Cape, drop my awesome flies.
Bambi. Hey, Bambi.
Whitney says hello.
Whitney says hello and happy Easter to you, Bambi. She said, if you see that Bambi, you'd wish her a happy Easter and say hello. I said, I will do that. There you go, Paul. There you go. Because it's Easter, I'm going to break the rules. Bambi, you want a Jody's fly box? Just write, I want a Jody's fly box right now, and I'm gonna put your name in the draw. I think so.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gonna win a Jody's fly box. I'm doing a draw, everybody. So the rules are good. So when I reach 1,000 subscribers, all the flies I fill up this box with every week are gonna go in there. So every time I live stream and tie a fly, whatever flies I tie, they're gonna go into the Jody's fly box.
Okay.
And when I reach 1,000 subscribers, one of you beautiful, wonderful, lucky people is going to get a Jody's fly box. And depending on how long it takes me to get to 1,000, I have a whole bunch of Jody's fly boxes. So you know what? If they all get filled, maybe I'll do multiple draws, and maybe a couple of you will get a Jody's fly box. And you know what? I am so happy. Everybody's just
I can't believe you're all here.
yeah. Me and Mrs. Superflies. We can't believe that all you guys showed up and showed the love tonight. It means so much to us, and it really does. I'm really touched, and yeah, you guys are some of the greatest people in the world, and it is.
It's gonna get to their head, honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna swell you up. You know what? I'm gonna show you my Superfans logo. I made a Superfans logo just for you guys. Boom, right there. Best fans ever. That's you guys right now. All you guys watching me, best fans ever.
In case you didn't know, Jody loves graphics.
yeah, so
You're really into the graphics.
yeah, the Mrs. Superfly's like, he really loves doing all the graphics. I'm doing so much graphics. I spent all week making these graphics just for this live stream.
Yep.
And I I love to do graphic things. When I'm not tying these flies, uh, which I've tied thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. I'm not even going to tell you how many thousands of flies I've tied. But when I'm not tying these flies, I'm puppeting, as you guys probably know, Paul, Bambi, Ted. Who else is in here? Solo. Our good friend Jimmy. I've done a lot of. I've done a lot of.
Oh, we got your best fan.
Which one are you, Paul? I think Paul's this little blue one in the corner here. um, yeah. So when I'm not tying flies, I'm puppeting and doing puppety things, and sharing my puppets with people. And I got over 600 puppets in my collection that I've made. Uh, so, and then throughout the throughout the last 3 years, I've given out like 35, like $3,500 worth of puppets to kids, and we just love handing out puppets to kids. We go to Walmart. I dress up in my crazy hats and outfits. I got crazy ties and Easter hats and Christmas hats, and I just go out, share the love, and that's pretty much what I'm all about. Is just sharing the love back with my friends and with my community. And I have been super super blessed over here. I'm going to show my face, my beautiful face. You guys get to see me on Easter. Here's an Easter gift for you. There, my subscriber count just went down to 0 now. um, no, but I just love you guys, and I feel very very blessed that I've made so many cool friends, especially in the last 2 weeks. Like most of you guys, I literally met in the last 2 weeks because I have not even been live streaming that long or going to visit people's live streams. I started out going to Jimmy's live stream. That was the first live stream I ever watched, and now I'm watching pretty much every live stream I can get, and just meeting you guys and people from like literally everywhere in the world. And it has been super fantastic. And yeah, I'm very blessed, very honored, and very touched. So, and Paul, you are just Paul. I have never laughed so hard. I don't think I've ever laughed so hard. Like me and Paul, man, when me, Paul, and Solo and some of the other guys in Paul's chat get going, it gets funny. It is great. If you need to feel better about yourself, go to Paul's live stream because Paul will make you feel better.
Oh,
So yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And Bambi is her and Solo are in every live chat that I've ever been in for this week, and I've been in a lot of chats this week. I have visited a lot of lives, and if Solo and Bambi are not there, or Whitney, uh, Whitney's back.
oh, that's good.
I gave Bambi the message. Whitney, don't worry. Yeah. So yeah, if you don't see Bambi, Whitney, or Solo in a chat, they're everywhere. And you know what? They are good people, and they keep an eye out. They keep everything safe. They keep everything running. And Solo knows everything. Solo knows more than Google, more than Alexa. So if you don't know it, you ask Solo. How many fish did I catch? You might not even know as a live streamer how many fish I caught. Solo knows it. What's the weather like? Solo knows it. Honestly, if you're using rubber hooks, Solo knows it. Don't use rubber hooks. Um, and don't say his name 3 times. So even if you don't see him, he's there. I proved that today in my live stream and in many, many live streams throughout this week. You say his name 3 times and he shows up. He's there. He's everywhere. He's a ninja. He must have like 20 screens open
Yeah.
at a time. Like he's like the eyes in the skies. He if Solo don't know it, Solo's a ninja, man.
He's like a cloud, he said.
See, he's like, I'm almost home. When he gets home, he's gonna open up 20 screens. He's gonna be in everybody's live streams. Man, I'm so blessed to know you, Solo, man. Yeah, I feel very close to you guys. Like, okay, so we chat, but I don't really know you guys, but I feel like I know you guys. I feel like I've known you guys forever. Like, you guys are so awesome. Really, 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 really. And like I said, it's Easter Sunday. I didn't expect any of you guys to show up. As a matter of fact, I didn't expect anybody to show up because, I mean, it's Easter. We're all eating eggs and candy and chocolate and hanging out with the fams and probably fishing, some of us. And so the fact that you guys took the time to
I'm always laughing at you.
it's Paul's turn to get a good laugh now. Yeah, it's hard to be humble and funny at the same time, I think, but hopefully that's what I'm doing because really I am very humbled this week.
We can tell you mean it, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, some of you are gonna get your name in a draw. And some of you are gonna get shout outs. And if I haven't shouted you out, you're probably gonna get a shout out. Pretty much if you've been in here tonight, you're probably gonna get a shout out because you know what? It's meant a whole lot to me. And yeah. What are they talking about? Paul and Solo talking behind my back now. Solo, happy Easter, everyone. He is risen 100%.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Praise his name. And if you're watching me or if you ever watched me, I'm not a throw it in your face follower of Christ, but I am a follower of Christ. And I'm not going to hide it. I'm not ashamed of it. I love all my brothers and sisters in Christ. I love people who aren't in Christ. Yes. So if you're of another faith and you're watching me, you are still welcome here. It's all good. There's no hate in here. There will be no hate in here. And I know like Solo, Bambi, Whitney, and Paul. Hey, wait, Paul. Why is Paul not blue? I'm going to blue Paul.
You should ask him.
He doesn't need to be asked. Paul needs to be blue.
Jody.
Paul, the Mrs. Superfly says I should ask you. Do you want to be blue? Of course he wants to be blue. He's a brother for life. He said that. If he's a brother.
He said friend.
Friend is code word for brother.
Yes, it is.
Friend is code word for brother.
Yeah.
Hey, is Cool Cat. You want to be a moderator? You want to be blue? You want to be part of the mod squad? I love you, Cool Cat. Cool Cat wants to be a friend for life. So really, code word, he's a brother. They're all brothers from another mother and sisters. Blue me, baby. Cool Cat. Cool Cat's going blue. I'm really anal about this blue thing too. I only blue important people. So if I blued you, you're important. There ain't just going to be handing them out like candy. I know it's Easter. Yeah, see, Paul said.
Yeah.
There, I asked. I was polite.
Yeah.
I didn't have any doubt. Yeah. Everybody in the house. This has been one of my best Easters ever, I think. I mean, I really...
Blue me, baby.
Who else wants to be blue? Who did I not blue?
Cool Cat.
No, I did blue him.
Oh, you blue him already.
Yeah, he's blue.
I guess
Cool.
Thing's delayed.
The Mrs. Superfly, she's delayed on her chat.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Paul is definitely a blue type of guy. He sings and I do. Oh my goodness.
Paul sings and Solo turns blue. Well, I like to sing too, Solo, so you're gonna have to tell me and Paul which one's the worst.
Yeah.
It's either me or Paul. We're gonna do it. Me and Paul are gonna do a concert together though.
Solo said welcome, Cool Cat. And now Paul's laughing at us.
Yep, Cool Cat is super important. Even the doctor said I was important. Oh, impotent. Same
right?
thing, right?
Oh, you should close my ears.
You're making the Miss Superfly blush, cool cat. She is a very good little Christian girl. She's a very, she's innocent.
Oh.
That's why I married her. I can't live without the Mrs. Superfly. I don't get nothing done. You know what? With all this fly tying and puppet doing and shout outs I do for people and stuff, I get nothing done without her. So
You keep talking about me, they'll stop watching you.
no, they won't stop. They like you.
I like them.
Miss Superfly likes all of you, and
very nice.
She wanted to know what kind of drugs I was on though. The first time I watched Paul,
you're so laughing.
I was laughing and like I had the headphones on. She was watching TV, and I was my cheeks were sore from watching you and Solo go round and round. I was just that was awesome. So yeah, absolutely best fans ever. What's Solo saying? I heard when the Saints come marching in, and I must say I started singing along.
Oh, cool.
With you. Nobody knows what Paul sings half the time. He doesn't know what he is saying. I do that sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm singing about my fly tying. No, I'm not as good as Paul at that.
No.
I have to know the word. I have to know the words. Yeah.
Oh, what's that word when you make up words to a song that's a song?
What's parody? When you write parodies.
You're very good at that. Very, very good at that.
Yeah,
very quick.
Miss Superfly says I'm a good parody writer.
Very good.
Yeah. What's Paul said?
Hello, Whitney.
Hello, Whitney. Solo says, hello, Whitney. What's Paul saying here?
He makes
I make up songs up on the spot. I'm gonna sing a song for Paul right now.
Okay.
My buddy Jody, he came and he watched my live. His name is Superfly from Canada. He's a real nice guy. I was catching a whole bunch of fish, but I skipped onto my rubber hooks and I lost all the ones on my list.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Here I go again on my own. It always freaks me out when you watch who's watching, like the viewership.
Yeah.
It goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You start singing 0. Like I said, Paul, me and you, we're going into concert together. We're gonna do a Superfly and Paul concert. Superfly and Paul gonna do a concert. World tour. We're gonna do a world tour.
That would be cool.
Want to do a world tour? We're fishing and singing.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I'll bring the fly rod. You bring your other rod. We'll go out fishing. I'll be the guy catching all the fish. You'll be the guy losing all the fish. You catch 3 in a row. You lose 2 more. That's it, right? The fly, haha. We all flying high tonight until we cry, or until we go deaf. Till we go deaf. The dogs, we got dogs across the hallway. I start singing, the dogs start howling. Ow! Jody singing, ow! Singing about them fly tying adventures with Paul. Ow! Jody catching them all. That would be great, though. That would be great. You know, it's unfortunately I will never leave my country, so I can't really come and visit anybody. That's unfortunate. Where I live is where I stay. I only like I used to be a social host on cruise ships, but after that, when I met the Miss Beautiful Superfly, I give up all that cruise ship life and stuff, and now I'll never leave Ontario. I'm here, and I mean I think about leaving. Our government is kind of wackadoo, but we won't get into that. But yes, yes. What time is it? Time flies. It's 9:15.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. I'm going overtime. Going overtime. Working overtime. Hanging with my friends. It's Easter time. You know, solo. Solo in good spirits tonight. Uh, so cool to see. Hi, Whitney, Paul, Mr. and Mrs. Superfly. Stop for gas. Back on the road. Wish I could join the fun. Yeah. Don't be chatting and driving, Bambi. Don't be chatting and driving. That's not good. That's not good at all. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be just my chat. I set my chat conversations to like 1 second because that's the lowest you can set it. But all these logos that I got going on, because I'm running my chat through OBS program, it could be a bit delayed uh, because that program slows things down. So from the time you guys type it to the time I see it, it could be a slight delay. And this week I've been watching so many chats, so many live streams. Like I'll be watching on the computer one, and I'll be watching on the television one, and like I watched, like for example, I watched Jimmy on the TV, and I watched him on the computer, and there's like almost a minute and a half delay between what is shown on the computer and what is shown on the TV. So that's kind of crazy, but and I'm always watching you guys. So like solo, even though I tell you I got to go eat or whatever, I may not be watching on the computer where I can type, but I have my TV right there. So like have you on the TV. So I might not be typing, but I'm still listening and watching uh, because I love you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are very very cool to hang out with, and everything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing solo. I'll be praying some traveling mercies on you over you too, Bambi. Safe travels. Do you have the kids with you? If so, even safer travels. Kids in the car with you can be crazy. I know. I never grew up. I'm still a kid in the car. So, but guys, I'm going to end it here because I don't plan to go over my time all the time because the Miss Superfly.
No,
Who,
I'm okay.
no, I know you're okay, but I'm just going to explain to them on a regular basis. The Miss Superfly and me, we do some exercising and stuff. So I do like 20,000 steps a day. Um, I do 10,000 in the morning and 10,000 at night. I've lost 178 pounds over the last 3 or 4 years, and I try and keep up with that so I can stay healthy. And so in the evenings, after I live stream with you guys, I'm gonna do my exercises before I go to bed. Um, but and I want to keep it around 2 hours because um, as much as it's cool to hang out with you guys, there are other live streams out there that I know you guys also enjoy, and I don't want to hog all the air all the time. Um, so it's good to jump around and meet new people and stuff like that. So whenever you're here with me, I'm going to be super super blessed. Um, but I'm going to try and keep it within that 2.5 hour range, just because. And I just want to say I love you guys. So impressed. What'd Paul say? Oh, wow, that's awesome. Great job on the weight loss.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you,
Hard work.
thank you, Paul. Yeah, it's been an awesome stream. This was the first official stream where I'm going to use the logos and give away stuff, and so this is like I did some practice streams this week in the last 2 weeks, and this is the official stream now. So it's been really like I said, an honor and a blessing to be with you guys. Cool cat. I've got to go. Good night to you, Jody and Mrs. Jody. Yeah.
Bye.
Thank.
Cool cat.
Happy Easter, Cool Cat. Happy Easter,
Happy
everyone.
Easter.
Thank you, Cool Cat, for showing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, super great. It's super great having all you guys. Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna cut it here. Let you guys enjoy the rest of your Easter Sunday. There's still a couple hours, at least from my end. It's 9:22. What's Solo say? That's great, Jody. Congrats. Thank you for the stream, Mr. and Mrs. Superfly. See, you're getting a following now too, Mrs. Superfly. May you all have a blessed evening.
Thank you.
Great seeing you all.
Thank you.
God bless you all. Thank you,
Thank you.
Solo, my brother. Paul, my brother. Cool Cat, my brother. Whitney.
If he's there.
Ted, yeah, where's Ted? I haven't heard. Ted, if you're still watching, he's probably time flies. He probably got some ideas in time flies.
Yeah.
But if you're watching, brother Ted, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Ted's a good friend of mine. Whitney, Bambi, you guys are amazing. I'm so blessed to have you. You guys are awesome. Everybody who watched me and anybody who's watching me after. What?
Am I saying it right? R2G?
R2G?
Yeah.
Yep. My brother R2G. If you haven't seen his channel, he does some really cool stuff on his channel. Go check him out. I'm sure most of you guys know R2G. So yeah. I'm gonna cut it here. Love you guys. Happy Easter. Stay blessed. Best fans ever. Stay safe. And I will catch you somewhere in the next week on some live stream somewhere. And every Sundays, this is the place to be, 7 p.m. If you're free, I'm here. And anybody who's gonna watch after, who's gonna rewatch this, who wasn't here for the chat, you're also welcome, and thank you for viewing my live stream.
Yeah.
So God bless everybody. Happy Easter. Thank you, Jesus.
Yes.
I cover all my fans and friends with your precious blood. We love you, and stay safe. And I'll see you somewhere in the web. All right. Bye for now, everybody. Bye for now. Bye for now.
That was fun. So fun.